Hey guys, it's About Beer 30. Let's take a walk into the kitchen and see what's in the fridge today.
Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer, I appreciate you stopping by before I get started on this. This is Long Trail Brewing's Unearthed. Guys, I did the barrel aged version of this a little while back, and this was sent to me by my brother Rico, and he writes on this particular one. Long Trail Unearthed 7.9% Imperial Stout. Says 58 IBUs according to the label. The date is halfway smudged off. Was bottled on January 18th of 2016. So this is 2 years in the bottle here, guys. Sold in Sixers for around $11. He said he didn't pay that for this. It was given to him as a complimentary beer from the store that he frequents. And he reminded me that I reviewed the barrel-aged version of it last year. So this is the regular version of this, but it is a 2016 edition. So we shall see how it has cellared in the bottle for a 7.9%er. IBUs, like he said, is 58, 7.9%. And we got all three bits of information, bottled on date, IBUs, and the ABV. So we're going to see how this beer has cellared in the bottle for an American stout, Imperial Stout, if you will. Untapped description says Unearthed is rooted in a labyrinth of roasted malts, the alter ego to the big and juicy Limbo IPA. This American Stout is full of big notes of coffee and chocolate. Well, we shall see about that. Long Trail, when I first started doing their beers, they didn't do a lot of these great big beers, and most of the stuff that I had for them was very transitional. Now they are getting into some of the tastier beers, if you will, and I haven't purchased a lot of Long Trail beers here recently, but I did buy quite a few of them when I first started doing beer reviews, and like I said, I found them very transitional. So let's see how well this is cellared into the bottle. We've gone over everything we need to, so let's pop the top on this one and see what we have. Into the glass we go, and while I pour this, and I'm going to probably go down the center on this one, guys, unless it starts pouring a massive head. Cheese and buttery, brie, good Havarti Swiss, general chocolate, digestive, meat, beef, smoked meat, game, and grilled meat. Glassware to pint, Beckernonic tumbler snifter, oversized wine glass. I got my favorite tulip glass today, guys. It says here you can sell it for a long period of time. Well, we're getting ready to find out how well this 2-year-old beer has cellared. Right around a finger of head on that pour. Good looking beer, very dark, black, and not getting any light through the glass. To the nose we go. Big time rich roasted malt, hints of bittersweet chocolate, black molasses. Might be some slight hint of some dark fruit once it warms up. Smells very tasty, guys. So let's dive in and see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Very tasty. Slight hint of some licorice in there. A little bit of coffee, even though it wasn't had any coffee done to it. I'm getting a slight hint of some coffee notes in there. And a lot of times, guys, if it doesn't have coffee in it, you're getting those notes from the malt that was used. I'm getting some berry-esque qualities, like maybe some blackberries or black raspberries or something in there that may as it warms up, that may go over to maybe some figs or dates or raisins or plums or something like that. But it's right out of the fridge, so we need to let this bad boy warm up a little bit. It's already leaving a nice lacing on the glass. It's probably a pretty well made beer. The alcohol is pretty subtle. I'm not getting any big hints of a 7.9%, almost an 8% beer. So pretty tasty right now. So let me sip on it and see what we end up with. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it for a while. It's up to room temperature. A nice addition of an Imperial or a double stout. It doesn't have a big sweetness to it. It's not a milk stout or anything like that. I do appreciate Long Trail putting the ABV, the IBUs, and the bottled on date on it. It's not quite as good to me as the barrel-aged version, of course. But for an almost 8%, it's a well-made beer. Alcohol is very well hidden. Tastes a little on the thin side to me, but I'm used to drinking these bigger beers, and that I had this 9 or 10 years ago, it would probably got a better grade than what it's going to get now. I do enjoy this style of beer. I think it's a well-made beer, so very enjoyable. So with that being said, let's do the final chug here. And like I said earlier, I'm getting a more of a berry quality, maybe some blackberry or black raspberry than I am more dark fruit. But it's still a very enjoyable beer. It's a very nice, well-made beer for the alcohol being as hidden as well as it is for an almost 8%er. I don't think it's an outstanding world-class beer, but it is a very nice beer with all the information they're giving us on the bottle. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give it an A-, guys, 90 from me. Over to Beer Advocate, and they say 4.02, an exceptional range. I agree with that. That's their A- scale. I agree with that. Over to Untappd for our final check-in. They have it at 3.81. That's barely into their B+ range, guys. I think it's a tad better than that with the information they're giving us. And I'll weigh all that information with what I am drinking. If they're giving us all that information, that usually tends for me to give it a better grade, guys. It's not like it doesn't have any of that information, no ABV, no IBUs, or no date on it. That usually costs them a grade point. This style of beer is not super critical because it doesn't have hop. It's not an IPA or a double IPA. It doesn't have any coffee in it. Anything like that, it's going to fade over time. This beer sold very well for a 2-year-old beer, I think. So with that being said, if you've had this one from Long Trail Brewing, this is the regular version of the Unearthed. Like I said, 2016 version, sold very well. So I don't see why you couldn't sell this beer for 3, 5, or 10 years or longer. So with that being said, if you've had this, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.